Hello beauties, welcome back to my videos. Today we're going to do a video about contouring, and it's how to contour your face to make it look younger. I'm very excited for this video. It's going to be something quite simple. I'm not going to make it super heavy. I always believe that less is more, and it's better to be elegant than being like excessive. So let's get it started. First of all, I'm going to put my hair back because every time I take videos they are always on the way, and it's quite difficult when you're applying foundation. Okay, let's get ready. So first of all, we want to prepare our skin. Make sure that you already did your skincare, that your skin is hydrated and exfoliated and everything. And I'm going to start by using this MAC Fix Plus, and this is like a makeup base that I really like because it gives you like a very smooth and glowy look, just to apply before your foundation. And you can use this even as a setting spray after, especially if you don't like too much to use powders. You can use like less powder, but then finish your makeup with this, and it just gives you this glowy effect. As you can see, like my skin already looks a little bit dewy. That's why I like this product so much. So I'm just going to massage it just a little bit like this to make it absorb, but this is basically my makeup primer today. So I'm going to use my sponge from my makeup kit that you can find along when you purchase your Glownique Aura brushes. You will have this mango shaped sponge that it's super nice, and I like it so much because you can achieve even the corners under your eyes. Then it's big, so it's kind of fast when you're applying your makeup base, but you can use it both for your face or for your body. So very nice. I'm going to start with my under eyes. Obviously you don't want anything that it's too heavy under your eyes. You don't want anything that is going to settle in your fine lines or your wrinkle. So this is the product that I recommend. I really like this for my under eyes because it's brightening and it's kind of hydrating, so it's not going to give you that heavy look that's going to settle in your fine lines or your wrinkles, like I said before. And this is the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I hope you guys can see it, if the camera can focus. This one over here. You're going to apply it just a little bit in the corner over here and over here. You don't need much product. We're just going to use our sponge to blend it now. And I forgot to say that I made this sponge a little bit wet and I squeezed out all the excessive water. So now it's kind of humid, but it doesn't leak any water. So that's how you want to use this makeup sponge. So I'm going to do like this, and going in tapping motion, and all the product will automatically spread all over under my eyes because it's also on top of the sponge, on top of this blender, sorry. And as you can see, it's a very brightening effect under the eyes, and seriously a little goes a long way, as you can see. I'm just like pressing so it goes very well inside of the skin. I'm sorry, sometimes I'm just checking my reflection on the camera, so maybe it looks like I'm not looking straight on the camera, because I'm checking out what I'm doing. This Now we can correct with the concealer. I'm going to use this Born This Way. Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer, super coverage. This is in the color Shortbread, and I'm just applying where I have some redness or where it's necessary. For example, like I have a lot of pigmentation going on right now because of pregnancy, so I'm going to try to cover that, but I'm not going to use too much product because we want this to be like light and natural. We don't want a cakey effect or anything that looks like super unnatural, you know. So cover it this way. This is all the pigmentation that I have from pregnancy that I have to cover up. I have some product left on my sponge, so I'm just like applying on the nose because I'm going to apply the concealer on my nose anyway. So the excessive product, I'm spreading it, blending it, spread it through. The same concealer I'm going here around the nose where I have a little bit of redness underneath here. Just want to go a little bit on the nose here because I want to make my skin look uniform. You don't need too much product because you're going to apply the foundation after, so focus on the blending and always aim to have a natural effect, not a cakey effect. So focus on the blending a lot when you do your makeup. Just want to put a little bit of concealer under my chin. I don't have much going on under my chin, but I just want to make my skin as uniform as possible, preparing it for the next step. One thing, as we age, what happens is that we have more fine lines, right, and expression lines. So it happens a lot around the lips and the nose area over here. So what we can do to give like an effect like that makes you look younger, it's like trying with makeup to make it look like it's pushing forward, if that makes any sense. I don't know, I don't know how to express myself, but if you use like a light concealer, which I'm using now, and this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the color Light Ivory, so it will be lighter than my skin, obviously. And I use this, and you can use this while you're doing that, and I apply it in this area where I feel like I have this expression lines, okay? And these expression lines like makes me look older, obviously, so we want to give this effect like it's pushing outwards, okay? And I'm going to apply it over here. I'm going to start with one side first, because I don't want the concealer to dry up before I'm blending it. So you're just going to go on top of what you did, like this. And this will just make it look like you have less, like your skin is less synced in. We'll just give you like a push forward thing. Going to do the same on the other side, just to achieve this effect, this lifting effect, where we are hiding our expression lines. And I'm using this side of the sponge and I'm just pressing, as you can see. Press it until it's blended, okay? And it has to be lighter than your skin tone, so obviously lighter than your regular concealer that you're using around your face, because a lighter color will give you this forward effect. Yes. Now we are ready for the foundation, and when you think about a beautiful young complexion, you're thinking about something very fresh looking, very glowy, right? So we're going to use, like, unless you have a very oily, like even just normally oily skin, you're not obviously going to use like a foundation that it's too how do you say, hydrating, or something that is super dewy formula. But in my case, I have a normal skin type, so I like very much this Hydrate Plus Smooth from Maybelline, the Fit Me, and this color is 120 Ivory. I'm going to use this because being like a Hydrate Plus Smooth formula, it's going to give me a little bit of that glowy feel and look to my skin. I'm going to start with the center of my face, and I'm going to use my Glownique M4 brush. This is like for liquid products. So I'm just going to press like this. You have to choose a foundation that matches very well your skin tone, so when you're using it, you don't see too much difference between your skin tone and the foundation. And what I'm doing pressing motions like this, because if you're going to spread like this, all the work that you did before with the concealer is going to like go away. So your concealer won't stay in place because you're moving it if you're going on circular motion and stuff. Okay. Like this, I didn't put any concealer here, but I just spread it over here because, as you can see, it's so similar to my skin tone that I don't really need to be afraid of just going like this over here. Same, I'm going to apply the foundation even on the cheeks and the sides of my face. It's almost much. Again, with the pressing. this brush is amazing, makes it so easy to apply the foundation. I really like it. I really like to use this brush and then combine with my beauty blender, that mango shaped beauty blender. You can see I'm going under my eyes too, but I'm pressing like this. Here I can just blend it down a little bit. And also this ensures that the formula stays a little bit dewy. You can see that it's preserving the base that I did with my with the spray, the MAC spray that I used. So you press until you feel like that everything is blended very well. Correct with the sponge if you feel like there's some imperfection or it's not blended as you desire. So this will ensure that the product will get pressed down your skin, just in case. Now checking that everything is in place and the foundation is applied properly, we are going to set just those areas that where we feel like that the makeup is moving away easier, because I am going to use as a contouring a creamy product, so I don't want to set everything everywhere or too heavily. So I'm going to use this translucent loose setting powder by Laura Mercier. It's like, this is a classic. And I'm going to take my M11 brush over here, okay? Because first I'm going to set under my eyes, and you're going to apply just a tiny bit of product. Okay, this is already too much, so just tap it like that, so it's going to be less on your brush. I'm going to check that I don't have anything setting inside of my fine lines, and you're going to go in pressing motion and don't use too much product again. Even on the other side. Okay, yes. You want to press, not spread it, because again you're going to remove everything that you've done underneath otherwise. And also when you press, the powder like sets very well what you've done before. Usually we get a little bit oily on our forehead, so I'm going to just apply with the same brush over here, and M11 brush, okay? Just in this area here, because I still have to use the cream contouring, so you don't want to set where you have to apply the cream still. We're going to set around the nose, which gets a little bit oily. And for the nose, I'm not going to use a cream contour because everybody is different, but it doesn't work for me to do heavy contouring on my nose. It's just, it doesn't work on me. Maybe on you guys, but on me it doesn't work. So you're going to press here as well. And use a little bit of product again to set the chin, because the T-zone is where the makeup moves the most. It's always pressing, like imagine press down, like you want this foundation to be absorbed, kind of, with an intention. Now for the contouring, you can use 2 brushes depending on how big your face is and how you prefer, like whatever you prefer, but we have the M5 and the M6. This is like a brush that it's like has this curve, as you can see, like a little bit slanted, and this is like more compact and tight. So as a product, I like to use this Tentour from Huda Beauty. Is a contour and bronzer cream, so it's like a 2-in-1, so it gives you a little bit of this like nice bronzed look, but it's a contouring at the same time. So I really like this product, and I really love how it's super blendable. Like, so don't be afraid. I was afraid at first with this product because it's like, oh, I don't know, like maybe it's going to be very patchy when I'm applying it, but honestly, you know, it's very nice. And if you have like a light skin tone with like a medium, like not a medium, with a yellow undertone for during the winter or fall time, I think the color Fair, just like this one, is just perfect for you. Otherwise you can go deeper. Anyway, you take a little bit over here with this M6 Glownique brush, and we're going to do the contouring now. So for the contouring, we want to stay very close here to the hairline. Like this. I take a little bit more product, because honestly, need more. Start with less and then you work more. Okay, like this. This is not a good amount. And we're just going to blend. As you can see, I blend it towards my hairline. And I want to blend away this, I don't want any harsh line, so I'm using the M5 now to soften the edges of what I've done here. Going to contour the cheeks. You don't want to go too down over here, but you want to follow along where you have this natural shape on your cheeks almost, and going on top of that. So going to go like that. So I like to use this to place it, the M6 brush, like this. You see, I don't go all the way down here, like they usually do this, and then go underneath. Don't do that, because it's not the right placement. It makes you look older and makes your jaw, like not your jaw, like your cheeks look lower. So stay on top here like this. And I'm going to take my M5 again, the brush that I showed you before, just to blend this. So I'm going to press like this to blend until it's blended as I need. Blend it towards the top, not downwards. Like this. And yes, I'm spreading it a little bit all over here because this is like a contouring plus bronzer together product, so it looks very nice when you do this. And then we're going to do under here to define your face. So I'm going to take again with my M6 brush a little bit of this Huda Beauty tongue tool, and when you contour over here underneath, you want to follow just right under like this. You don't want to go like too much on the neck, okay? So I'm going to use this for placement because I find that this being a tight brush helps me very much with the contouring placement, as you can see what I'm doing. Don't be afraid because now we're going to blend it. And for the blending, I'm going to take again the M5. Just blend it like this on top. Can do this as well. Like that to soften the edges and make sure that everything is super well blended. Like this. Now we can take our M16 brush over here, and I'm just going to contour the side of my lips, just because when we are getting older, the lips tend to go downwards, but if we contour the side of our lips over here, gives like this lift effect, so it doesn't give you like this droopy lips, or if you have that effect, it hides it. So I'm just going to, just a little bit, you know, like a small line over here. And then now I have too much product on this brush, so I'm going to remove the product because I want to blend. So I'm going to blend like this, upwards, pressing, going upwards until it's well blended and you don't see it. You can go a little bit on top of your lips just to contour your lips a little bit, like this, and underneath here. Now for me it doesn't work to do like super contouring on my nose, so I'm going to take another contouring palette. This is the Shape Plus Light by Kat Von D in colored light, okay? So I'm going to use this on top of my nose, but I'm going to keep it like very simple because I don't like too much contour on my nose. It just doesn't work on me. Otherwise, if you would like to contour your nose in a more precise way, you would do the same thing, but being very precise, like starting from the top here of your brows, going very straight. Same here, doing like this. Then you would put the contouring on top of here as well, and you're going just to blend it very well and just blend this super straight, very well. However, this doesn't work on me, so I'm going to do it more natural, so you can try to do this a little bit more natural too. And I'm going to take probably this M12 brush. M12, it's like very fluffy. And I'm going to take the contouring color over here. I'm just going to do that, but without like focusing too much on my nose, because it doesn't work on me. Like this. And I'm just going to blend it very well. Doesn't matter, like I just want my nose to look a little bit darker everywhere. It's not about precision on my nose, because it doesn't work on me. So I cannot show you on me because it doesn't work on me. Okay, this. So basically I first did it that way, and then I'm blending it a little bit everywhere. Now with my M5 brush, again, I'm going to take this lighter color, okay, over here. And we're going to apply it under the contouring here to sculpt a little bit more. And we're going to apply a little bit over here. So I'm going to do this. Just going to apply that light color. Going to do this a little bit on the sides of my nose over here. Just a little bit. And here. Okay. Now it's time for the blush. And when we think about blush, we want to apply something that obviously matches our skin, but something more like on the rosy side, because that's what gives you that fresh complexion look. Something that makes your complexion look younger and fresh. So I'm going to take my M7 brush over here, and I have this palette from Jouer. Okay, there's two colors inside. It's the Rose Gold Blush Duo. So there's a darker color that is called Marigold, and the Rose Petal. I'm going to use Rose Petal. I'm going to work with that and this brush for like, you probably never use a brush like that for your cheeks, applying your blush, but I tell you, it's amazing. I really like it. Obviously, because I put on a lot of effort and work to put together the perfect makeup brush set. So when you apply the blush, you want to make sure that you're going over here, and you're not going to make like a stripe going all over it. You don't need it. So I'm going to go like that. Okay, do that a little more. The other side. See how I don't go all the way over my cheek making a stripe, just go in this area, go a little bit like this. As you can see, like I feel like I could put a little bit more intensity in the color of my cheeks, so I'm going to take this other color and put a little bit of that on top of this light pink, because otherwise it doesn't show too much on my skin. Okay, I feel like it's and at this point we can apply a little bit of highlighter. So for my highlighter I'm going to use this MAC, okay, it's the Oh Darling Extra Dimension Sky Finish, it's like a gold, and as a brush I have this M8, which is specifically designed for highlight. So we're going to take a little bit of the highlighter. I'm going to go on this area over here, like this. Can go. I'm going to do the same on this side. Go a little bit over here. And your lips on the chin here, on top. Personally, I wouldn't go on the nose because it looks good like that, natural. And yeah, the whole contouring and base thing is finished. Now I'm just going to apply do my eyebrows and my lipstick off camera, and then I'm going to show you the result. But this is the makeup base. For the eyebrows, I'm going to just use a little bit of the gel, the Anastasia Beverly Hills gel. Going to take it with my Glownique M26 brush over here, and I'm just going to brush my eyebrows very naturally. Not going to do anything to my eyebrows. Very natural, and I'm just going to apply more mascara, lipstick, and we're done. Use this mascara, the Man-Eater from Tarte. I already applied a little bit of mascara before, but it doesn't really show anymore. Oh. Intense lipstick this time. So for my lips I'm going to use like something red today, because like everything is so natural. We're just focusing on like this contouring and how to make your face look younger. So I'm going to use like a red. So I'm starting with the contouring my lips with a pencil. I'm going to use this Sephora pencil, this red one. It's called Classic Red number 3. Just going to apply this first. Applying one of my favorite red lipstick is from MAC too, like it's also from MAC. It's the number 233 Sweet Sakura, so it's a very beautiful, I would almost say Ferrari red. The shade reminds me of Ferrari red. I like this bright color, and it's not matte, it's like I don't know, it's like a creamy formula. Look how pretty this color is. And the look is done. This is the final look for the contouring and how to contour your face to make it look younger. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video and see you next time. Bye beauties!